You see, the lie that woman was telling herself in her need to discuss her addictions to me was she approached me and asked if I could pray for her. Why on earth would she know that I had the ability to pray for them? And openly, it's a coy approach. It's also an immoral act of a woman who has a husband or boyfriend at home to approach a single man like myself. I am so uninterested in, no offense to anyone, white trash women with children. It's not funny, but I certainly saw the brightness and the possibility and the hope in her children. To not be placed somewhat in that situation, but also the risk to them as children to become more like their mother, a liar of Satan and selfishness. I was feeling as though I was speaking to a 14-year-old woman with children that were almost her age. I watched the tantrum of her daughter, which I didn't appreciate, and I watched the brightness of the guest child totally shift from apprehension of meeting me to total joy as she drove off in the car, waving to me, and I reminded her to put on her seatbelt to be safer. Little girls know how to behave when they're instructed with joy and with kindness. She did do that as I had her go, and as a result, I think the rest of the family actually put their seatbelts on as well. But the truth is, I declined their donation. I don't like it when people come up to me and say, "This is all I have," and play the "I don't have any more" game. There are definitely people who do that and do have that premise because they've gone to the store with a certain amount of cash to make their purchases, and the change that's left over is technically all they have at that moment. But it doesn't mean that they don't have additional coinage or additional money in the bank elsewhere. It's just what they had planned to donate. That's a totally different story. The truth of the matter is that whatever I got to say to them was often interrupted by the mother in her speaking or the child who was having the tantrum, the little girl. The brother stood there quite stoic and quite appreciative, and he really was trying to express to me that he is participating in some sports and he's learning to be better, and he knew how to diplomatically tell me that. He's absolutely not going to make it in basketball, but it is a way for him to learn the ways of other boys and learn teamwork, team sports, and things he desperately needs in order to achieve beyond the difficulties that his mother has already placed upon him. Apparently, a 13-year-old child was left at home, so the woman wanted to quickly excuse herself as I started to sort of chide, rebuke, and pray for her the way that she had requested.